Welcome to our exploration of two remarkable figures from the early Christian era, Pope Marcellus I and St. Prisca. The lives of two remarkable figures from the early Christian era, Pope Marcellus I and St. Prisca, highlighting their courage, faith, and enduring impact on the Church. Pope Marcellus I, a shepherd in times of persecution. In the early 4th century, the Christian Church faced a period of intense persecution under the Roman Emperor Diocletian. This era of suffering tested the faith and resilience of Christians throughout the Roman Empire. Amidst these trials, Pope Marcellus I emerged as a courageous leader, guiding the Church through a time of immense difficulty. Pope Marcellus I succeeded Marcellinus as Bishop of Rome in 308, a time when the effects of the Diocletianic persecution were still deeply felt. The Church in Rome was in a state of disarray. Places of worship had been desecrated, Christian communities disrupted, and many Christians had lapsed under the intense pressure of persecution. Upon assuming the papacy, Pope Marcellus I faced a daunting task. He inherited a church in need of healing and restoration. He sought to re-establish order and restore a sense of community within the Christian community in Rome. He also faced the difficult challenge of reconciling those who had lapsed during the persecution with the rest of the Christian community. To address the spiritual and pastoral needs of the growing Christian population in Rome, Pope Marcellus I implemented significant reforms. He divided the city into 25 districts, appointing a priest to oversee each district. These priests were responsible for the spiritual care of their assigned areas, including the preparation of catechumens for baptism, the burial of the dead, and the commemoration of martyrs. This innovative approach to church administration laid the foundation for th. However, Pope Marcellus I's efforts to restore discipline within the Church met with resistance. He insisted on a period of penance for those who had lapsed during the persecution, a decision that angered some members of the Christian community. This opposition, coupled with the political ambitions of the Roman Emperor Maxentius, led to Pope Marcellus I's exile from Rome. Despite facing exile and opposition, Pope Marcellus I remained steadfast in his commitment to the Church. His efforts to restore order, provide pastoral care, and guide the Church through a period of significant challenge serve as a testament to his courage and dedication. He is remembered as a courageous leader who, despite facing adversity, remained steadfast in his service to the gospel. Pope Marcellus I's life and pontificate, including his efforts to rebuild the Church after the persecutions, his administrative reforms, and his conflict with Emperor Maxentius. I hope this enhanced version effectively captures the significance of his leadership in the early Church. The 4th century AD was a period of profound transformation for the Roman Empire. A once mighty empire, grappling with internal and external pressures, began to undergo a dramatic shift. This era witnessed the rise of Christianity, the decline of traditional Roman values, and the gradual erosion of imperial power. One of the most significant events of this era was the rise of Christianity. Emperor Constantine, recognizing the growing influence of Christianity, issued the Edict of Milan in 313 AD, granting Christians freedom of worship. This marked a turning point in the history of both the Roman Empire and Christianity itself. However, the embrace of Christianity also brought new challenges. The 4th century witnessed intense theological debates, particularly surrounding the nature of Christ. The Arian heresy, which denied the full divinity of Christ, sparked heated controversies and political divisions within the empire. The Council of Nicaea in 325 AD sought to address these theological disputes and establish a unified Christian doctrine. Meanwhile, the Roman Empire faced growing external threats. Barbarian invasions from the north and east began to strain the empire's defenses. The once mighty legions struggled to maintain control over the vast territories, and internal strife weakened the empire from within. Economic and social problems also plagued the empire, contributing to its decline. In 395 AD, the Roman Empire was permanently divided into two parts, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire. This division marked a significant turning point in Roman history, reflecting the growing internal divisions and the increasing challenges facing the empire. The 4th century was a period of profound change and transition for the Roman Empire. It witnessed the rise of Christianity, the decline of imperial power, and the seeds of eventual decline. Yet, even in this period of turmoil, the Roman Empire continued to exert a profound influence on Western civilization, shaping the course of history for centuries to come. The courage of Saint Prisca, a young martyr. In the heart of the Roman Empire, during a time of intense persecution of Christians, a young girl named Prisca stood as a beacon of faith and courage. Her unwavering devotion to Christ led her to face martyrdom, and her story has inspired generations of believers. Legend tells us that Prisca, a young Roman girl of noble birth, encountered Saint Peter himself. It is said that she was baptized by the apostle, an encounter that would forever shape her life and her unwavering commitment to her faith. During the reign of Emperor Claudius, a wave of persecution swept across the Roman Empire. Christians were targeted, and Prisca, then a teenager, was confronted with a choice: renounce her faith or face the consequences. With unwavering courage, she refused to deny her belief in Jesus Christ. Faced with her defiance, the Roman authorities subjected Prisca to a series of brutal tortures. She was beaten, imprisoned, and even thrown to a lion in the Roman amphitheater. Miraculously, the lion refused to harm her, an act that further solidified her reputation as a saint. Despite the horrific ordeals she endured, Prisca remained steadfast in her faith. Ultimately, she was beheaded for her unwavering devotion to Christ. Her martyrdom became a symbol of Christian courage and resilience, inspiring generations of believers. Saint Prisca's story is a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of faith in the face of adversity. Her unwavering commitment to Christ serves as an inspiration to all who seek to live lives of integrity and courage. When Emperor Claudius ordered Christians to renounce their faith and participate in pagan rituals, Prisca refused. She stood firm in her beliefs, declaring her allegiance to Jesus Christ. This act of defiance brought swift and severe consequences. In the shadow of towering monuments and amidst the vibrant pulse of Roman life, lived a young man named Tiberius Claudius Nero Germanicus. Born in 10 BC, Claudius was not destined for greatness. Afflicted with a limp and often ridiculed for his scholarly pursuits, he was largely overlooked by his powerful family, the Julio-Claudian dynasty. While his brothers and nephews pursued military and political careers, Claudius found solace in the world of books. He became a renowned scholar, historian, and a prolific writer, delving into the depths of Roman history and philosophy. His intellectual pursuits, however, did little to endear him to the Roman elite who viewed him as an eccentric outsider. Fate, however, had other plans. After the assassination of his nephew Caligula in 41 AD, the Roman Senate, fearing the wrath of the Praetorian Guard, unexpectedly proclaimed Claudius emperor. This unexpected turn of events thrust the reluctant scholar onto the imperial stage. Despite his initial reluctance, Claudius proved to be a surprisingly effective ruler. He expanded the Roman Empire through successful military campaigns, annexing Britannia to the Roman territories. He also oversaw significant infrastructure projects, including the construction of aqueducts and roads that improved the lives of his subjects. For more inspiring stories from the world of faith and history, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Daily Dose of Divine, and you can also follow us in Facebook and Instagram. God bless all.